Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we are on the green server. On the level 53, Shadow Knight, Thuggish went home to his mommy, moved into the basement in Agok. He swears he's looking for jobs. He's got an interview scheduled for next week. Uh, but they just they didn't need him anymore. They filled all the positions or something. So he's still chilling. He's still playing EverQuest in his basement, but he's making progress here. He's doing his thing. He's flipping stuff on eBay. He started a YouTube channel or something, and he got 53, and he's over above in. He's got his buffer for sure. But this was definitely the move, I feel, moving back to classic for our Shadow Knight. Let's take a look at him. He's ugly as heck. The audio's not working again. It was just working, but now it don't want to work. As soon as I plug in my receiver to do my video, stops working. It actually crashes the game, and then it stops with the audio. But here's what he looks like. I know y'all don't get to see him too much. But in this one, I'm going to show y'all what I've been doing in Classic to get this level. I was 52 forever because I was trying to do Valius. We did Crystal Caverns for a while. That was working okay, but that's when I started to figure out, oh man, he's getting weaker and weaker. This isn't working anymore. And, we tried Giants and a couple of other things, Geos, stuff like that, and it just wasn't going very well. It was getting worse and worse and worse. So I decided, let's move back to Classic where stuff has less HP, a little bit easier. Maybe we can find some guards to Fear Kite or something. But I found a couple of undead camps that are going really good for me. Sorry, Delmar. I mean, I had another. I could have done one other video, but it would have been like, I don't know. It would have took a long time, and it was kind of like it's what my Necro's doing right now. But thought I'd show you all the whole process here. So let's sell. Also wanted to see like as far as like how it looks. It's 9 a.m., so it should look pretty good at the moment. Once it gets dark out, I might throw on my shadow sight and put on a greater lightstone or something. I just want to show you my spoils from this camp. All the music works, but none of the sound effects. So let's sell all this stuff, see how much we get. We got a fine steel longsword, fine steel dagger, fine steel rapier, another dagger. We got a short sword, another rapier. We got a fine steel greatstaff. That's our reaver right there, which almost feels like mistake buying. We got a fine steel warhammer, another dagger. Got a spear, a pearl ring, scimitar. Okay, we got the silver silk leggings. Last video we did the Archmagus in Lower Guck, so you probably know, like if you're smart, you know where I'm going to be going, but it's different stuff. It's not Archmagus. I can't solo Archmagus. I'm going to show you 2 solo camps in Lower Guck, basically. We got the silver silk leggings twice. We saw the Archmagus on the video. If you haven't checked it out yet, it was the most recent video where we were doing Archmagus camp. Archmagi, whatever. He's a Magi. He's got I think Classic put on my Discord a Maga hat on the Archmagi. I haven't looked at it yet, but I need to go check it out. So join my Discord if you want to see that. Silver silk leggings. I'm just going to sell them because I think they're not worth very much. Maybe like 20 plat. I don't feel like carrying them around. 18 plat pearl. Got 4 of them. Black pearls. We got opals, 3 of them. So not bad, Definitely Valius, like Targus, like Geos. But hey, don't scoff at classic loot. Not too bad. A lot of words, some runes. I didn't fill all the way up, but I just wanted to show y'all like an example of what you can get. Because normally I'm not going to go all the way back and sell. A couple peridots. Here we go. We got topaz. Silver amulet, some more pages. We got a jade shard, got emerald. This phosphorus powder is more than you would think. I thought it was crap, but it stacks and it's worth a plat a piece. Alright, and that's about it. So we need to stock up for our trip back. Just make sure we have enough of everything. So we're looking for bandages, water, food, and torches. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to restock up on. And bones. I gotta look for bones. And then I gotta put a bag in the bank so I can put my greater lightstone on. So I'm gonna sacrifice a little bit of inventory space so we can see on these videos. But let's see. I'm going to put everything in like this bag, because I think I'm going to drop this handmade backpack in the bank. So let's move everything over to these 2 bags. So we're going to dump everything out of these. So I got to get out of the merchant. All right, I'll do that, and I'll be right back with you. I don't want to make this too... We're going to get to the fighting pretty soon. All right, I got my inventory sorted a little bit. We're going to head to the bank and put 1 bag in there. And grab some bones if I have them. I hope I have them. Not sure, actually. I'm going to have to go get me some bones. Maybe I can do Northern Row guards and just kill decaying skeletons. It's a really good spot to get decaying skeletons, like to get to farm bones is there in Northern Row. Maybe I can do both at the same time. See if I have any in the bank. That's the main thing I need is some bones. Not sure. If I don't have them, I have just enough for this video. I don't have them. I do have my surveyor scope. I need to put that on a... EQ Emulation was talking about this. It's a global cooldown I could be using. That mean I'd have to open up a whole nother slot. I could try. Let me bring it with me, just to try it. I'm gonna put the Reaver away. Doesn't work in Lower Guck. We don't have bones. Okay, so... let's just get rid of our change and our bag. Oh, I don't have room to put a bag in here. I'd have to sell the bag. I guess I'm gonna have to sell... It's a handmade backpack, though, so I wanna... Let's take a regular backpack. And we'll just sell the backpack. I got all this crap in the bank. I need to go to the EC tunnel. Okay, so we're going to put this in here and bring this over here. It's the wrong one. Good job. Is it this one? Yeah, okay, so we're going to sell this backpack, I guess. I want room for either the surveyor scope or the lightstone or something. All right, we'll do our money just to see how much we made. And that was not a full inventory. It's not full. So we got 330. I think it was about half my inventory. You can get maybe 600 plat, 500 plat, 700 plat by filling all your bags up and coming back and selling. I now have 4,000 plat on my SK. My Necro has something like 6,000, 7,000 probably. My Enchanter has like 3 or 4 as well. So I'm working my way. I'm going to pull it all together. I'm going to get a fungi tunic or something like that. Or just like a really good weapon. I don't know. It's something cool. But, alright, let's, okay, we're going to sell that backpack. Get the surveyor scope. Try to make a global cooldown. Alright, I need to buy, like, at least 2 more things of bandages. Probably need to buy 1 more food, 1 more drink, and then, like, 3 or 4 torches. So I need a little bit. Don't forget to bring some plat. Let's bring, like, 14. 4,100. There we go. Alright, let's go do it. Trying to give you not first person all the time. Even though, look how ugly he is, like, for real. Do you really need to see that? Do you really need to see that? I don't know. I think it's good sometimes. Alright, we're in Grob, because Grob is close to Lower Guck, right? So we'll go back to this chick. Sells the food and the water and the bandages. And we're going to buy at least 2 of these. I should probably buy 3. I'm trying to get my bandaging up. I'm on... Where's it at? Give me this. Let's get this out of here. There we go. Bind wound is on 165, so I think I can go 200 maybe? Not sure. I got 3 bandages. We're gonna need at least 1 more food, 1 more drink, and then some torches. I think torches still work for my pet, right? I don't know. I buy them anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that should be good. Oh, we'll sell our bag. We'll sell our bag. I want to have 1 slot open. Alright, so I'll meet y'all in Lower Guck. I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me run to Lower Guck, but once I'm there, once we get to Upper Guck, I'll show you the way to the camp. Alright, see you there. Alright, we're at Upper Guck. Let's put this lightstone on, see if it makes a difference. Oh, makes quite a difference there. See if, does this go through zone lines? We'll do both. Yeah, nice, that's nice. Alright, so we need Invis. I got a new spell, by the way. When I hit 53, I got Boil Blood, which is pretty nice. Somebody mentioned in my comments that that's part of our problem, at least in Valius, was me and Delmar. He's a cleric, I'm a Shadow Knight. We don't have a damage dealer, so I need to lay down like all my dots on the enemies. And now I have like a way, like that's like a level 29 Necromancer spell, but for me, like compared to what I had, I think the best dot I had was doing like 190, I don't know, maybe 200 damage total. Or maybe it was Dooming Darkness doing like 300 damage. But now I have one doing over 500 damage to add. Like my old Heat Blood was only, as a major upgrade to that. So going the wrong way already. I was trying to show you all the way. I'm gonna make another video on how to get to lower Guck, but it's basically right wall strats. That's the fastest way to get to like traditional lower Guck. Some people want to go to live side. Most people want to go to dead side. If you want to go to dead side, stick your right freaking shoulder on the wall and you'll figure it out. The more times you do it, the more stuff you'll cut out. Like you won't have to like go over there. You know what I mean? Why are they trying to hit me? I'm in Viz. Oh, I might have hit. Oh, I just got Shadow Sight on. I'm an idiot. I guess I gotta fight these. I could feign death, but yeah, I could feign death. That might be faster. Watch me die. Getting everything on me. Let's try to feign death. Oh, I'm dead. Don't mind me, I'm dead. Oh, they still know I'm here. Alright, well. Try it again. Forgot to invis like an idiot. Killed one. I might be the only one on me. Alright, well that was way faster. Ah, that's why. Still got that on. Stop it. Alright, gather shadows, dummy. Frogs don't like me. I don't think they ever liked me. They don't like trolls. They don't like ogres. So I've always had to invis through Upper Guck. I never had that luxury. Maybe on my Dark Elf, but I never cared. I like doing Upper Guck. Not that big of a deal. Like most of my characters have invis though. I get it if you don't have invis and you're trying to get the lower Guck consistently. Like you don't want to ruin your live side faction. Like it's smart. But I've always had invis on all my characters, I feel. My Chanter has it, my Shaman has it, my Shadow Knight has it, my Necromancer has it, so I think the only ones that don't are like, clerics and paladins and but anyway, right, the only place like you don't jump down, obviously. Like it's right wall strats except for never jump down. Going to the first hallway on the right and just sticking our shoulder on the wall. Our right shoulder. That's what right wall strats means. Dragging your right shoulder on the wall. Here it is, right here. It's so fast. Bang, we're in Lower Guck. So we're going to head to our camp now. We got 2 camps to do. 2 solo camps. They're like dad camps. They're not... You could probably make them more than a dad camp if you wanted to, but all I know right now is the dad camp part. All right, let's get our Invis vs. Undead on, because we're going to need that after the first few frogs. What is it like? 1, 2, 3, 3 frogs maybe? Okay, 1, 2, 3 live frogs, and the rest are undead. So you go to like right about here, and then you put your undead on. IVU. Sometimes there's a pather. You gotta be careful, but and we got IVU on now. These are all dead frogs. The bedroom, like I've seen people have problems with like the bedroom with like the bats and stuff, but I don't know, they never give me trouble. As long as you like kind of go along this wall like tight. Ooh, I did it wrong. Still worked though. Psh. These things aren't undead, are they? Maybe they're just too green. Psh. I almost screwed up there. Got the boners. Alright, so we're going to jump down right here. We're going down. The Ritualist is up, though. We could kill that. But I'm going to show you this camp. Maybe we'll do that if we have time. Jump down here. Here's the safe hallway. And this is where you would, if you're level 50, 51, 52, 53, you can do some stuff down here. There's 4 people here. Uh-oh, these people are here. I might not be able to do the second camp. Sometimes they do Archmagus. Alright, let's see if my first camp is open. We got the Zol Knight, that's one target. We got the Dar Knight, that's the other target. So that is our targets for our dad camp. You can also do this Tau. He doesn't give me experience anymore, but on level 52, he was still giving green experience, and he drops like weapons like all the time. So he's pretty good for like a little bit of extra. If you want extra plat, extra experience. All right, let's set up shop here. Need our pet. So I don't have that much bones. Wonder what they're camping down here. Bet you it's AM. It's gonna ruin my day. Maybe I can pause and show it to you later. Like break the video up a little bit. But yeah, like I said last time, don't rush to this camp. I know I'm not the main character of the world, and like not everybody watching my videos comes straight to my camps and all that. But give us a week or two before you come check this out. I already see people I see all the time. There's a couple people that just for some reason they've been in all the zones I've been in. A couple of them are friends, and that's cool. But a couple of them I don't even know, but I just see them everywhere I go. It's crazy. All right, we're gonna strengthen dead. We got our pet. Just a little bit of extra damage, a little dot. He's okay. He's not very good when I'm grouping and pulling and stuff. But when I'm solo and I'm only killing a couple of things and dad camping, it's not that bad. But I don't know how many times we're gonna do this one. Let me we'll do the rotation maybe like 3 times because it's a 28-minute spawn. This video is gonna take me a long time to make, just to show the dad camp. All right, so my timer is gonna be 28 minutes. Got strength and death. Go ahead and cast that on our pet. Boop, got it. Next up, Grim Aura. I have all my damage dots up, plus the Shroud of Hate and Shadow Vortex, which I'll add after I do my buffs. Grim Aura. All right, now we're going to put Vampiric Embrace on, but we're not going to cast it yet because it wears off so quick. So I'm going to med up to full. I'm going to med up totally. Like, I could kill this frog right now, but what I want to do is get full HP, full mana, all my buffs on, give my pet a torch, be super ready to go, and then kill the Zol, start my timer, and then I try to kill the Dar as soon as possible, but with full mana, full HP, because it's pretty tough. It's getting easier and easier because I leveled, but he's still pretty tough. I don't want to have like 80% HP and like 60% mana. I want full. So it's gonna be about 8 minutes in between the two. But I'm gonna try to kill him like as close as possible. That way I have as much downtime. So that's dad camps, man. You kill a couple things, you go AFK. Kill a couple things, go AFK, and you're pretty safe. Like I'm pretty safe here unless somebody like trains through here, which hasn't happened. I think it happened one time, but there's this kind of. I could talk about this situation. I think it'd probably be better for another video, but I had a person. I don't know. I guess I'll talk about it in this video. I should probably put something in the title though about it. Um, yeah, let me met up and then we'll talk about it maybe. I'll just leave the name out. All right, we're full, so we're going to be doing Vampiric Embrace. That on, and then we're going to put Shadow Vortex back on. Sometimes I forget to do that, and I hate that when I do that. But we're ready to go. Let's tell this pet to guard. I like to put him like right about there. So he's kind of hidden. Nothing can see him. And we're going to pull this Zol, and then we're going to do our timer based off this Zol. I'm going to boil blood, because it lasts like the whole fight. There's our combat music. Got auto attack on. Here comes my pet. Going to Shroud of Hate. Shadow Vortex. Couple little debuffs, buffs. And then we will Dooming Darkness, because it's our second longest, second most damaging dot. And then we'll put on our little crappy dots just to add to it. Disease Cloud. I even got Disease Cloud. That's just everything. Doing damage. Little Bashy Poo. Siphon Life. Do it again. I usually do 2 siphons, 1 bash, 2 siphons, 1 bash. Seems to be the best way that I've figured out, because bash doesn't come up fast enough to do it twice. It does, but you might be late on your siphon life, so. Once I get that, I should try that global cooldown. That would help a lot. Alright, we almost got this Zol. So you want to keep your HP up. Mostly. Like, mana will come back faster than HP, so if you can, cast a couple extra of Siphon Lives to make sure. We don't want to be losing more than like 20% HP on that Zol. Because we're going to want to kill this Dar within the next 7 to 8 minutes, hopefully. Not like 15 minutes. Because then it's not as good. I don't feel if you got to come back. I mean, it does let you check on your character, though. It's not a big deal for real, like when you kill the Dar. But for me, I feel like it's the best if I can kill it as soon as possible. The first 2 fights are going to be the hardest because the Zol and the Dar have damage shields on. So it's gonna every time you hit them, they're gonna be burning you for damage. So if you can, the second go around, the second rotation, try to get them right as they pop. Either be standing right there for the Zol, or do your fastest, like do Shroud of Hate or Shadow Vortex or something that's quick, like a 1.5 cast. So because they do it like almost immediately. Like the wizards nearby are gonna cast a damage shield on the Zol and the Dar. So, but the quicker you pull it when it spawns, the better the chance that you can grab it before it gets the damage shield, and that just helps. It helps a decent amount, especially on the Dar. But the damage shield comes in like super fast, so you got to be quick on that, quick on the draw. But I'm gonna med up. I'm gonna get all my HP, all my mana, and then we'll kill the Dar. All right, just full disclosure here. Before I get full HP, full mana, I'm supposed to redo Strength and Death and Vampiric Embrace. I kind of forgot a little bit because we're full right now. Kind of watching something in between and I got distracted. But we're still got like 22, almost 23 on the timer, so we should be able to get it before that 20-minute mark, which is usually my goal. Strength and Death takes forever to come back. It's short lasting. I just make sure it's always on just for extra damage. Probably isn't doing too much, but same as like these two dots here, like if they all add up together, maybe it's enough extra damage there. Strength and Death again, because it's been what, like 6 minutes, 7 minutes since I casted it, 8 minutes almost, and it only lasts like 5 or 6 minutes. Vampiric Embrace already wore off. Got to put that back on. And then the thing I always forget is to put Shadow Vortex back on, so I'm going to do that. Shadow Vortex. Alright, Shadow Knight business. Alright, let's get this Dar. This one's harder. He's got his damage shield on, probably, like 100% chance. There it is right there. Alright, Boil Blood. Bang, bring him over here. We're attacking. We're getting on the other side so our pet can attack from behind. We're rooted, but it's okay. We're going to do our 2 tornado moves. The Shuriken. The Hot Cockadookin. The Hot Dog and Pukin. Alright, we got the Dooming Darkness, which they're not going to run. There's other enemies close enough by that they don't run away, but it's just for damage. Alright, Heart Flutter. Kind of try to make sure they land. And it's hard to see in the chat there, but I think I can see it for just long enough. Alright, Siphon Life. Can bash. Go back to Siphon Life. I'm going to hit it twice this time so I don't miss. So I can hit it as soon as possible. Should have named my character. You haven't recovered yet. Need a little bashy poo. Siphon Life. It's weird that the pet pushes the frog more than I do. It's always the case. Like the pet pushes that frog harder than I push it. And he's probably not even hitting it that hard. And maybe it's like a kick or something he's doing. We almost got it. Last level, this would be way closer of a fight. Like, I would have 20% HP left. But looking good. And then once we get their damage shield off, it gets even easier. So bang, that's our 2 targets. Good loot, decent loot. I'm not rooted, so I can go back over here. If I needed to, I would bind wound right now just to practice it. But I don't. So once again, we're going to sit here. Now it'll be for 20 whole minutes. So we have plenty of time to get full HP, full mana, before the Zol spawns again. And then that's what we would do. We do the Zol, we do the Dar, do it again. And then, same thing, set our timer off the Zol, try to catch them before they get damage shielded, make sure we have Strength and Death on, Vampiric Embrace, Grim Aura on, full HP, full mana, get them before they get damage shield. Two frogs, both blue every single time. The Zol is always blue. I know Zols probably next level are going to start greening out, but this particular Zol has been blue every single time. 52, 53. Ever since I turned 53, it hasn't been green one time yet. And Delmar's done this camp too, and every time he's done the Zol, it's been blue as well. So, blue Zol, blue Dar, that's our 2 targets. There's the Wizard you could do as well, which when I do the Wizard, I do it right after the Zol. I'll kill the Zol, and then I'll go kill the Wizard, like, immediately. And then I'll sit and wait for all my HP, all my mana to come back, and then I'll do the Dar. And then usually I have, what, like 20 minutes left, 18, 15, depending what level you are. Are there more targets? Could you make this a better camp? This is down Frenzy Way, by the way. It's like the entrance to Frenzy / Sentinel. So people, we don't claim the camp. Like if somebody does a CC, we're not going to say Frenzy because we're not doing Frenzy. We're just doing like the front of it. And usually the Frenzy people don't mind because they don't come this far. I mean, you might want to ask if somebody's in Frenzy, but usually not that many people actually do Frenzy. Like it's probably camped like every other time I'm doing this. And usually they just don't care. They don't care about the Zol or the Dar for real. They're doing the bloodthirsty, they're doing the bloodthirsties and maybe the Sentinel. They're not worried about like the Zol and the Dar for real most of the time. But people will try to get this little camp. It's not like a camp I made up, or I mean, I didn't ever see anybody else doing it. Like I found it on my own, but I have seen other people do this camp, so it is like a camp for real. It's clerics, paladins, just people who want to do lower guck and get a couple of warrior kill. Like it's a Dar and a Zol. They're not wizards or anything. They're not casters. They don't run. They're undead. Like so good for a lot of people. Necros, Shadow Knight, Paladin, Cleric, pretty much anybody. I've seen a mage down here, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, we'll let our timer go off. We'll do it again, and I bet you the Fagora and Ahaobak, I bet you those two are at AM. Maybe, hopefully they went to Lord or King or whatever it is. I need to figure out what I think it's Lord. Is it Lord for Dead Side and King for Live Side? It might be at Lord. Hopefully they're at Lord or in the Frenzy Room or something and not at the AM. But last time I seen them, they were at AM and doing like the main hall. And that's kind of like my other camp. So I'll like show it to you, but if we can't do it, we can't do it. That's part of the story too. Like I'm gonna tell you guys in a minute. But let's wait for our timer to go off. We'll kill these again, and then I'll tell you my little story. Maybe we'll kill them another one more time, and then we'll go check out the other camp. All right, we got about 2 minutes before the Zol pops, so time to get prepared. Let's get Strength and Death. Should have done that. One thing I forgot. Min-maxing, I could have put Strength and Death on the bar on my, before I went AFK, but didn't do it. So now I got to come back a couple minutes early to put it on the bar so I can cast it. So I can cast all my buffs before the Zol pops. We want to get the Zol as soon as it pops. So yeah, I don't know. I should tell you all that story, I guess. It was this random person in the zone in Lower Guck. And, I make myself anonymous just so people can't track me down. It's this old thing that happened a long time ago. I was in a guild. And this dude didn't like me for some reason from my channel, and he would track me down and anyway, I want to give people ideas. But this other person was in Lower Guck and they kept asking where I was at, and it was on some cool stuff at first, just a little bit back and forth. But gotta mind you, I'm AFK quite a bit, so if I don't answer, it's not because I don't want to. Could be I'm AFK, could be 50 other people just hit me up right before you. You know what I mean? I'm more of an introvert anyway, so don't take it personal. I try to respond to a lot of people, and I do appreciate it. But I'm not getting rich off of this. But I'm about to quit, pretty much. So I don't know. So they were hitting me up and saying stuff, and it was cool stuff. But they started asking where I was at, but I was like AFK most of the time. I was doing the other camp, I think, and but they eventually tracked me down in the zone, come and find me, and I'm fighting. I'm doing the camp, and I'm just killing something. I'm almost done killing it. I kill it. They give me some buffs, which is cool, which I never really asked for. I'm more of a solo dude, almost doing hardcore, but not really. I'll never go out of my way to ask for buffs, except for so maybe. I'm not going around begging for clarity or aug or anything like that. Okay, we got to get this dude as soon as possible. Oh, we got it. There's my timer. All right, I hit him just with the fast spell that time because I didn't want the damage shield on. But we'll do, oops, I did dooming. No problem. He ends up tracking me down while I'm fighting. I kill the thing. He then gives me buffs, which are cool. And I thought that was it, we talked a little bit. You came and you found me to give me buffs. I got the buffs. Now I can get some kills with some buffs on. Even though most of the time I'm dad camping, so the buffs aren't really as helpful as you would think. So don't go out of your way like to track me down to give me a buff, because I'll waste it. Like, I'll definitely waste your buff, because I'm gonna be AFK like 75% of the time, and the buff is not gonna get used. So, but I do appreciate it, and I try to talk to everybody, you know. But they hang around, and then I just got done with the fight, right? And they just buffed me, and I'm chilling, like I'm about to go AFK, because I just got my kill. I just set my timer, just like I'm doing right here. I just did this basically, but on a DAR. So I had low HP, low mana, got the kill, setting my timer, you know, sitting down in my spot, just like this, but at the other camp with lower HP, I had like no mana. I had like 40% HP or something. All of a sudden, right before I'm like I'm getting up to like go AFK. Just set my timer. Just got a kill. Low HP, low mana. They left, right? So I'm like, okay, that's the end of that. They gave me buffs. They tracked me down to give me buffs. I talked to them a little bit. It's over. I sit down. I'm like standing up to leave the computer, going AFK after setting my timer after getting the kill. Low HP, low mana. They come streaking back with something on them, pulling it to me, and they're like, "Hey, did you know you can fear kite right here? If you stand in this very specific position, you can if you kill this other one first, and then you stand here, you can kill this one by fear kiting." And I'm like, they said that like before I was done with the first fight and stuff. They're like, "You can fear kite if you stand here." I'm like, "Cool." I looked, I like checked it out, I followed them. I was like, "All right, cool, I can. I'll try that next time." So then I sit down, I'm going AFK. They pull something on me, and they pretty much train me with a mob with good intentions, I guess. But I was standing up going AFK. I had no mana. I didn't have fear on my bar. I had low HP. And they're like, they would have saved me or whatever, but I couldn't even try the fear kite because I didn't have fear on my bar. I didn't have mana. So it was like the whole idea that they were having of pulling something on me and then making sure I was good while I tried the fear kite for the first time wasn't going to happen because the fear wasn't on my bar and I didn't have mana. So, and I was going AFK. They didn't, it would have been cooler if they had said, "Hey, I'm going to go pull one. If you want to try to fear kite it, I'll watch your back while you fear kite it and try it for the first time. I'll show you how to do it. Do you want to?" You know, they could have asked me, like, "Do you want to do this?" Instead, they just do it when I'm low on mana, no fear on the bar, going AFK pretty much. So as I'm like getting up to walk away from the computer with like 10% mana and like 40% HP, I'm getting attacked all of a sudden. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I start trying to feign death, feign death, feign death. I have just enough mana for like a feign death. And they're like, "It's cool, just kill it, fear kite it, fear kite it. It's cool, I'll watch your back." And I'm like, trying to feign death, trying to feign death. I think it takes like 2 attempts. I finally get the feign death, and then I just go AFK for like hours. I just feign death, make sure it worked, and go AFK for hours. My pet gets wasted, the buffs get wasted, the whole thing is a waste. So it's like, dude, what the heck? Why would they do that without saying something first? Like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get one. You can practice fear kiting. Are you ready? Would you like to do that?" No, they just like forced it on me, which wasn't cool in my opinion. And then later, I'm still there, so I feign death. I go AFK for a while. I didn't even say anything to him. I just feign death, make sure it works, and then I just get up and go do what I was gonna do because that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go AFK and wait for my thing to pop. My timer's on. I turn the timer off. I just go feign death. I'm like, I'm over this. This person's kind of bugging me. So I just feign death and stop talking to him, and my pet dies. But I'm good, you know. I come back later, like a couple hours later. I don't know if they were the whole time trying this plan and finally got it to work, or if it was just coincidence. I don't know. It could have the best intentions, but I come back a little bit later. I'm still feign death. I'm good, and they're running wizards over my body and hoping they'll do an AOE and like make me stand up. So luckily I come back just in time for them to actually finally hit me with an AOE and make me stand up. And I don't know what if their plan was to like kill me, like train me with wizards, so like my feign death wouldn't be working because I would get hit by the AOE. If that was their plan, or if they had just taken over AM, and that's how I usually pull through the secret hallway. I was not the secret hallway. I was by the ladder, like the pit. Like normally when I pull AM, I don't know if everybody does it this way though. So if we give them like the total 100% benefit of the doubt, then maybe they took over AM. Maybe they love to jump over the hole every single time. They love having the frogs go down in the hole and come back up every single time. They don't like pulling through the secret hallway, which is way smoother. I don't know. But in my eyes, like Sinnycool, they're pulling them over my body so that the wizards, they had multiple wizards on them, and they kind of like paused as they were going over my body, and it did make me stand up, and I had to feign death again. So, and they were like an SK or something. They could have feigned death. They could have ran them over my body, feigned death, and then they would have attacked me. And I think I just caught them in the act, and luckily I feigned death again, and they were getting attacked by like 2-3 wizards, so they had to fight them off or feign death. So, didn't work, and then I just camped after that. So, I don't know. It's just weird. People tracking me down. It's cool if like send me a message and I send you one back. You can probably tell like if I'm in the mood to talk or not. You know, if you say, "Hey, I just watched your videos," I'm like, "Thank you very much for watching," and then you say something else and I don't respond. You know, it's all love, but maybe I just talked to like you don't know. Like I could have just talked to like 3 other people, 3 other random people. You know, I could have had just somebody just do that to me, track me down in the zone to force mobs on me and make me do stuff. Like you never know what kind of day I'm having or what's going on and or how many people are contacting me and stuff like that. And it happens more on Cinny than it does on Thuggish because Thuggish is hard to spell. And Sinnycool is like the name of the channel and it's easy to spell. So I have way more people hitting me up on Sinnycool. Like right now, nobody's hit me up on Thuggish on this video, but it does happen like every time I'm on, like random people hitting me up, which I totally is cool. But don't track me down and like try to force yourself on me and stuff like that. Like it's kind of weird and it was kind of felt like they were doing it on purpose after because I feel like when they wanted to show me how to feign they wanted to show me how to fear kite in that specific spot, and when I wasn't receptive to that and I feigned death and then I don't respond for a while, I think they got mad and they were trying to like train the wizards on me to kill me, which has happened before. It's not like some crazy like I'm a lunatic with that aluminum foil hat on. I've had incidents with other people before that just because I have a channel and I'm a somewhat popular EverQuest content creator that people go out of their way like they hate me for this and they come after me. So I'm thinking that, not like, oh, it was an accident. So I don't know. Just it's cool, but don't force yourself on me type of stuff. I'm not a big talker. I'm not a extrovert that's gonna talk like I love. There's a couple people on here. You can become on my friend list, and then we'll talk more. But like ease into it a little bit. Don't write me like 5 paragraphs in a row and get mad when I don't respond. You know, kind of ease into it. You know, find something that we have in common. Like, oh, I had a shadow night. Oh, I know of this camp. Or hey, how you doing with this? Or hey, I watched your video where you did that. I love it when you say, you know, I watched this video where you did this and it helped me do that or whatever. Like knowing that I'm helping people on YouTube, like that makes me feel good. So you could go down that route of like, hey, I actually do watch your videos and here's an example of when I did watch a video, or hey, your last video, this or that. That's a good way to start talking to me, but just random, paragraphs, um, you know, ease into it. Don't force yourself on me, basically. Or just not at all. I don't care either way. Not at all is fine too, or whatever. But like I don't want anybody to feel like I'm talking about them. Like there's EQ Emulation who I talk to, completely fine. Gronkos, I talk to Gronkos, completely fine. Trey, of course, completely fine. Trey's cool because we're both not like big talkers, so we get into a duo and we're like barely talking. So, but we talk on PlayStation Messenger. We're actual friends. Like we've talked in the game a little bit, but we're not like chitty chatting the whole freaking time we're duoing. So it's just the way I am. I'm AFK a lot of the time. You don't know like what's going on with me or how many other people have already talked to me, what kind of mood I'm in. Maybe I'm AFK I don't put AFK on all the time. So I might actually be AFK, but not have AFK on. And I'm usually dad camping. So 75% of the time, I'm not even on the game to be responding to people. But when I am, I try. And especially if you have a question or you say something about the channel or whatever. But I don't know, that situation specifically would kind of rub me the wrong way. Nobody else, everybody else has been cool. Just that one situation kind of rubbed me the wrong way is all I'm trying to say. Ease into it. Don't force yourself on me, basically. I'm not a big talker. If you find something that I want to talk about, then I will chat back to you. But all right, I'm way over. Dude, I went Now, that Zol is definitely up. Dang, I went way over. It's no big deal, though. No big deal. Maybe we'll go do the other camp after this kill. But this is what you would do. I didn't show too great of an example of doing it. But, you would try to get the Dar as soon as it pops. You wouldn't be sitting here talking and bitching about people loving you. Quit loving, quit calling me, like somebody calls me cute in real life. I'm like, stop, I hate you. You know what I mean? That's the type of dude I am. Alright, come on. My daughter's kind of like that now. I'll be like, oh, you're so pretty. She's like, shut up, I hate you. Alright. And we got Grimoire, we don't need that. Let's do Vampiric Embrace. We'll get this kill, and then I'll try to go show you the other camp. I kind of want to see, is there other things we could pull at this one? I feel like there is, but I think they would be green. Like, I don't think they would be... We'll go IVU and we'll look around a little bit. I'll show you all Frenzy or something. The Ritualist is still up. We could go kill that too. Got some stuff we could do. Alright, we got that on. Let's get our Shadow Vortex back. Alright, we got to kill this Dar. Definitely up. And he definitely has his damage shield. Be good experience though. Bang. Kind of lean against this wall because I'm too big for, there's like a torch that makes me duck. Just kind of annoying. Alright, we got Boil Blood already. Let's get our 2 debuffs. Thinking about going to Northern Row next. At least for my solo stuff. I can get some bones there. I can practice fear kiting those guards, which I really liked on my Necro. Hopefully they still give me experience. I think they will. I think it was around this level when I started killing them. Might be kind of hard, actually. Can't remember for real. I might have to do Freeport guards first. I don't know. I'm gonna head over to that area. So I got Spectres I can do. I got Lower Guck I can do. I got Northern Row guards I can do. I got Freeport guards I can do. I could head to like Tomorrow's Deep and do Raptors or something. Like that whole area has a bunch of stuff. There's other Spectres and Oasis. Alright, so we're just life tapping pretty much. Bashing in between. Life tapping. Looks like I'm missing one of my... Which one am I missing? Got Shadow Vortex. Now we missed one. Probably too late to be casting it, but whatever. See, this one I did not life tap enough. My HP is lower than it should be. I'll try to get a couple more in. Ooh, he hit me hard there. Alright, we're rooted. So while I'm rooted, I'll just bind wound. Over, above, in. Man, 54 is going to suck. Me and Gronkos were talking about it. Like, Shadow Knight Ogre is probably the worst combination you could pick. It's the hardest to level. Nowadays, like, I think the class penalty is still on, but the race penalty isn't on anymore. But back in the day, it would have been the hardest combination. So it still is. It still is technically, even though they took off one of them. Still like the hardest combination you can do. I don't know why they thought hybrids deserved to have like a penalty. They're not like that they're not that good. I think they like a lot of people were picking hybrids back in the day. So to make them not pick hybrids, they put the penalty on. Maybe that was their thinking. Not sure. Cause what is it? Rangers, Paladins, and Shadow Knights. Is that it? But those aren't great. They're not like so amazing that they deserve a penalty, I don't think. Especially like Paladins. Rangers too, like Shadow Knight too, like they don't really deserve a penalty, I don't think. I think it's easier to level like an Enchanter or a Necro or a Druid or something like that, or a Wizard. Like why? Or is Shaman maybe a hybrid as well? Is that the other one? Shaman, yeah, maybe Shaman. But Rangers and Paladins getting a penalty? Like, why? They're not even that good. But I gotta get my HP and my mana back, and after that happens, we'll look around a little bit, see if there's anything else we could add to this camp. The Tau, for sure you can, until you hit 53, and then it doesn't give experience anymore, so then it would just be to get a little bit of extra loot. It's a real quick kill. You do like 2 life taps, and that thing's dead. So it's not like it's that big of a deal to add it in just to grab the loot. So even like right now, I could be killing it still, and I think it'd be worth it. But You know, when I'm doing dad camp AFK and want max AFK time, I'll just do the two, the Zol and the Dar. But when I'm kind of like semi-active, I might kill the Tau wizard as well, just to get the extra loot. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to make this a more active camp. I could probably go deeper into Frenzy. There was a 54 wizard trying to solo Frenzy, and I was talking to him a little bit. See, that's how it's almost like if you don't know about the channel and we're talking about the game, it almost works. I don't know. But he was doing Frenzy, like soloing Frenzy, and I was genuinely interested. I'm like, dude, are you soloing Frenzy in there as a 54 mage? And he's like, yeah, I solo this. Like, if this goes right and this goes right, I can solo it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then I like do a backslash like 10 minutes later, and he's not in the zone anymore. I'm like, oh crap, dude. It looks like it didn't go perfectly for you because you're not in zone anymore. But once I get a full HP, full mana, I'll go IVU. We'll look around a little bit. We'll go see if my other camp is open, my backup camp. This is the camp I like to do. And then I have another one that's like a backup camp. Because the main target that sometimes is green. It doesn't necessarily have to be the main target, but it's like where I sit. It's the closest one, so I do it first. It's the one. We'll see. You'll see. But sometimes it's green. That's the problem. But the other one is always blue, always a blue dar. That's actually easier than this dar. So I guess it probably doesn't have like any. I don't know. It's just easier for some reason. It goes down smoother. Um, it's pretty similar though, and I think you could add more to that camp than you could to this camp. Because this camp, like everything to the left, everything back towards the safe hallway is like two things in pairs. Then everything towards Frenzy's in pairs after this. You got the Zol, you got the Dar, you got the Tau. All those come solo pool. But if you go any further than that towards Frenzy, it feels like it's all double pools. And if you go anywhere towards like AM or Safe Hall, it's all double pools. Like which just makes it harder. Like you could break it and then make it. I'm sure you could do something, but also like if you go towards Frenzy, the double pools, I think they're green. And if you go towards Safe Hall, the double pools, they're green. So the problem is to find blues, you would have to go past the greens and then break a pair, and then maybe you could get another blue. But then like you have to deal with that pair of greens every single time. So it's just not. I don't think it works. Don't work out. So it's like Zol and Dar or nothing, right? And then the other one, I think you could do a little bit extra, maybe. I know of two. It's similar to this, really similar to this, except for the one is sometimes green. Then you have the blue Dar, and then there is another one, but you kind of have to like wait around for it to be pathing in the right spot, and then you can grab it. And then it sometimes is green, so it's not like super worth it to wait around for it to be in the right spot to pull it, and then oh, it's green. Then if you kill that one, then you could pull a couple more, but they're wizards. So it's just all bad. You know what I mean? Like it's only worth it if you want a dad camp, an undead dad camp in Lower Guck with a lot of downtime. This would be cool. You know, Zol and Dar, and then the other one is like Zol, Juan, Dar, and Dar. So it's two every 28 minutes. Not super ideal. You're only getting like 4 kills an hour, but I did level. I've gotten like an entire level doing this, and the only way to make a dad camp really super worth it is if you're doing it every time your timer goes off, or you do it every day for this many hours or something, like 3 hours. You can go to work all day, 9 to 5, come home right, you get home at 5, do your kills, set your timer, go make dinner, come back, do your 2 kills in like 5 minutes, go do whatever else you got to do, come back, do your kills in 5 minutes, go do whatever else you need to do. You know what I mean? Like I feel like everybody could find 2-3 hours in their day to do a little dad camp or something. Then once it's like 9-10 o'clock, if you have time, you could stay up till 11-12 doing dad camp interactive playing, or you could get up early in the morning, just get a couple kills. Come when you get home, get a couple kills before you go to bed. Get a couple kills. That's better than not playing at all. At least you're making some progress. And if you're sitting at the spot and it's usually open and you know exactly what you're doing and bang bang get the kills, yeah, I think it's worth it. It's a thing. It's a consistent thing is going to be open that you can just log in, do it. You're safe. You're chilling. You can go live life, do what you got to do in real life, and then come back, get a couple kills. So most of the time you're being a dad or you're being an adult, you're handling your responsibilities 90% of the time. Just getting on the game real quick to get a couple kills, and then you're going and doing whatever you got to do. Another thing out there, I was watching Syndra's video, and supposedly, Blizzard is suing Turtle WoW. Gotta go check his video out because there's way more information on there. The only people I watch these days are Syndrath and Classic EverQuest because I feel like they play the game the way I don't know. It's just like the way they play the game is what I want to watch. I don't like people that they may have tried THJ, they may have tried stuff like that, but people that like totally move to THJ and just start playing it every day on their channel, not my type of people. People playing EverQuest 2 or whatever, not my I don't know, it's not my thing for real. You know what I mean? Like Monsters and Memories is cool, Quarm is cool, P99 is cool. If it's anything else, I'm not really feeling it. So I'm not really watching too many other people. Whenever Vieric pops up, I watch like his vid. The only person I really like is like that Digital Wasteland dude, but for some reason he hasn't been making videos. He was making some good videos on P99 for a while. Iron Blaze is cool as well, but mostly these days I'm only watching Syndrath because he's talking about all the legal stuff with the uh, Turtle WoW or THJ versus Daybreak and whatnot. Plus he plays like Quarm and P99, and then you got Classic EverQuest, Monsters and Memories, and Quarm. And I just vibe with them. It's the same wavelength type of deal. With our views on like WoW and our views on THJ and liking the more classic style, playing the game like it was back in the day mostly. Just those are the people same vibration type of thing. So I watched he put out a video the other day talking about how Blizzard is now suing Turtle WoW, which is very similar to Daybreak suing the Hero's Journey. So all the people out there that were saying whatever they were saying, like it's happening again. So like my thing was like, dang THJ, why'd you have to be like that? You know what I mean? Like it's gonna open Pandora's box, and look, it's starting to open Pandora's box. Like I was saying how Quarm, they should be pissed off at THJ for opening Pandora's box, right? And now Turtle WoW should be pissed at THJ for opening up Pandora's box. Because where do you think Blizzard got the idea to be suing Turtle WoW? Probably from Daybreak suing the Hero's Journey. They see that it's a thing, that it's going through, that it's happening, that it didn't get killed like right away. Like it's a viable thing to be doing. And guess whose fault that is? The people that stole the intellectual property, that thumbed their nose at the company, right? So now, Turtle WoW, y'all can thank the Hero's Journey for that. Because now Blizzard wants to do it to you because THJ wouldn't make a deal or wouldn't back down. And I know they couldn't and everything, but I knew this was going to happen. I've been calling it from the beginning. Like, it's going to open Pandora's box, and the Hero's Journey was the first one, so it's there to thank. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get on IVU and look a little bit at what I was saying as to why you can't really add too much more to this camp, and we'll go check out our other camp. We'll have to say bye to our pet, unfortunately. I never gave him a torch, at least. I forgot to do that, too. There's so many little min-max things you can do, like getting strengthened Undead up on your bar before you leave to go AFK, and making sure Vampiric Embrace is on every fight, making sure to put back on Shadow Vortex, and giving your pet a torch, and I don't even know. I guess I got my Greater Lightstone. I haven't put on my global cooldown yet either. Forget how to do that. We'll do it if I do another fight, which I'm hoping to. All right, we'll say bye to our pet, even though we don't have too many bones. IVU, how many bones do I have? I got 5. That little rinky-dink pet better not take more than 1 bone. Probably takes 2. All right, so we do the Zol right here, and then we do the Dar right here. And they're both solo pools. And then you can add this Towel if you want to. Because, dude, I swear it always has a weapon. Usually has a staff. And it used to give me experience at 52. But look at this. All right, you got 2 right here. One's a wizard, green. We got a Zol. It's a blue Zol. But you have to take care of this wizard. I mean, you could pull this one time, but then you're always going to have to rest the dead. It's going to waste more bones. So Just hasn't been worth it for me to like add these. Maybe if Trey was here. And then the other way, it's the same freaking thing pretty much. We got 2 wizards, and they're both green. So not super worth it. And then we gotta, if we want to pull from further in, you got to go through the secret hallway here. And you'd have to pull back past those. I don't think going down the middle would work. Oh, no. I didn't know that was secret. Let's see if I can get out of here. It's always super hard because I'm so fat. All right, got out, got out. Looks like that's a false floor. All right, so this is back towards Frenzy Way. I'm always scared something's going to see me. I bet you could do another camp here somewhere. You got a Korgul Wizard. That's blue, but wizards are way harder. If you don't bash them right, there's another one. It's blue. This is towards Frenzy. Bet you could do something here. All right, we got bloodthirsty ghouls. I always want to call them gnolls. That's green. Some bloodthirsties. I don't know exactly what's in here or what can see invis and stuff, so I don't really want to die. There might be like a live frog in there too. Froglet slave. I feel like there's stuff up above or something or behind you. Because this isn't it, right? Isn't there something like in there? I'm too scared to go in, but that's Frenzy. That'd be a good thumbnail. Bang, thumbnail. Alright. The other way is Sentinel, and I don't know where it spawns for real. It said something about a secret hall. This is not... Nothing... This wouldn't be... Oh, I'm appearing. Hopefully there's not like a secret hallway nearby. I don't know what's up with back here. I know there's like a bunch right here. We got 3 Dars, man. This might be a good camp for me and Trey. 3 Dars. We could, maybe we should try Sentinel next time. But I don't know where, like, the actual Sentinel spawns. Is there, like, a secret room? Can't be there. Yeah, those 3 Dars would be pretty sick for us. I mean, it's only 3, but they're all Dars. I'm trying to find this, but I don't know. I don't know exactly where the Sentinel spawns, y'all. But this is somewhere over here. There's no secret wall there. I'll have to look it up. Not like down there, right? That's just a pit. I think he spawns like... Not sure, for real. Got a wand. That might be a good spot to like pull to. Could start with the 3 Dars and then pull like this wizard. These wizards? We could try Frenzy too, for real. I'm just kind of been... I always feel like Frenzy's like one of the hardest camps in here. Alright, so we're back to our side, our camp. Our Zol's not back yet, but spawning any second. But let's go check out some other stuff. We got rid of our pet. This is the safe hall. This goes to live side, which I really want to take a look at. But I want to take a look at it with my Necro, I think, to play it safe. You see what I mean here? We got doubles. And you have to pull them past this green. But we could kill that green, and then we could pull these Dars. We might be able to make a camp out of this, too. Like an active one. Then you got a Zol there, a Zol there. A Yun wizard, a Korgul wizard. Got a Pather, it's a wand. This is where you fall. If you go straight ahead, you fall. So you go in like the bloodstains. Alright, here's AM. Let's see if anybody's camping it. Yep, they're camping it. Okay. So this is the secret hall. This is the one that I time right here. Okay. So I'll kill this one. I'll kill it like in here. And then I'll put it on a timer. I'll sit where these dudes are sitting, like right there. Sit where they're sitting. I'll kill that one in there. I'll put it on a timer. And then I go out here, and there's usually one right here. It's a Dar. So I'll pull that back to where they're sitting, and I'll kill that Dar. That's my other dad camp, basically. This is the hand. Gotta go up through the water and crap. Then there's one that that paths, eventually that'll come like right here and you can pull it, but you don't want it to be standing right here because there's a mob that spawns right here. If you go watch my AM camp with Trey, there's one that spawns there, one that spawns there. So I was pulling all the way up. I was pulling this guy. There's a Dar that spawns there to our AM camp. One might spawn there too. This is like the Lord. I'm always scared to go in here too. Looks like they're clearing it. Nice. Maybe I can go in there then. Take a peek. Alright, check it out. Here's the Lord. Wonder what would make a better thumbnail, Frenzy or Lord. I could sit on it. Get a thumbnail. I'm the king. Get a different view. Oh no, I'm appearing. Visibility versus Undead. I just want to see myself sitting on the throne. Come on. I don't know why it's got to go all the way up in the rafters. I sit better than that. Could lay on the throne. Sit on the throne. It's hard to get like a good view. There we go. That's like best one we're gonna get. Can't even really see the throne though. Could sit in front of it. Alright, let's get out of there. What else can we do? That's about it. That's about it. So I would show you this other one, but I explained it to you. Maybe we go get one more kill. We'll call it a video. This is like the main event of Lower Guck. You got the Lord, you got Frenzy, you got AM, you got the Hand, you got the Sentinel. Let's get our kills one more time, I guess. I don't have my pet up or anything. Let's do it. I might dad camp this today, so I can get set up again. While I make the video, I'll dad camp it. So I'll get all set up, and then we'll make a couple more kills, and then, yeah, I'll see you guys in the comments, hopefully. Man, I was trying to put my global cooldown over here. I forget how to do it, y'all. I got it done on my enchanter and on my necro. Why can't I figure it out? Why am I stupid? What's going on? Like, it's right here. How do I get it over here? Or maybe I put it here. Where I put it? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Let's see if it works. You do this, right? Ooh, okay. It's not bad. You gotta click that off, though. It sucks it, like, zooms you in. But we'll be, like, in the fight. It should be fine. Alright, let's do these 2 kills, and then that'll be it for the video. Am I ready to go? No. So maybe I can get this global cooldown. That'd be sick. I'll get all my dots on way faster. I'll be able to, you know. Let's get this. See if it works. Oop. Kinda. I think it's working. Alright, let's get around the other side of them. Just zooms you in all crazy. I do this. Boop. Bang. Boop. Bang. Boop. Bang. Yeah, that's way faster. Boop. Bang. I don't know if it's gonna let me, doesn't let you do the same spell, though. So, I don't know, I could put another life tap on, maybe. Just be like life tap, life tap, life tap, life tap. I think once we get to this point, it's not super useful. Telescope. I'll set my timer on this, and then I'll probably do this for the rest of the day. Somewhat. Sometimes when you can't make it back for your timer, you just feign death and hope your camp's still there. I've had people take it before. Losing a little bit too much HP. I'm going to be waiting in between. I really don't want to be. I got a parry dot. Nice. Alright, we gotta sit until we have full HP, full mana. Because the Dar is gonna be tough. Oh, I forgot to set my timer. Set it, 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 set it. Let's get it. Let's set it. Alright, I'm gonna pause it up and we'll kill the Dar one more time and then I'm out of here. Got y'all caught up on all the news. Person that freaking tried to train me or whatever, being all weird and like forcing themselves on me and doing things without permission, touching me without permission, touching my nipples without permission, pretty much. And then trying to kill me because I didn't want. I was like, "Hey, why'd you touch my nipples? You know, I didn't tell you you could touch my nipples." You know, they tried to kiss me on the lips, and I said no. You know what I mean? And then they try to kill me just because I was like, "Hey, I don't like people touching my nipples without asking first. Like, at least say, hey, can I touch your nipples? Then I will say, yes, please. But this person just touched them. They didn't ask. They just grabbed them and like tweaked them, like jiggled them around, and without me saying they could. So then it like irritated me. I acted like I was dead, and then I'd stop talking to them. So then they tried to kill me because of my nipples, dude. But anyway, I'm gonna go wait for this door, and I'll be back. But that's the end of the video, pretty much. Nobody got the secret word in the last video, so I guess some of y'all aren't watching all the way through. But it is what it is. I'll still making long videos for you.